Welcome to the Angels and Destiny show. Why is this show called this? You may ask, so I'll tell you. The accepted meaning of angel is messenger, and the accepted meaning of destiny is to make firm establish. So my guests and I bring you messages to establish what you need to know in the present. And also, I like working with angels and the calmness they bring. Now, in a moment, I will introduce you to my wonderful guest, Sally Hinchcliffe. But before that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching the show live at a later date, as it means a lot to me to connect with like minded people. Now, if you've never met me before, then my name is Rae, and I'm a guide who helps you remember your divine presence so that you can heal your past, create your future, and transform your present to raise your consciousness, understand your spiritual path, and take charge of your destiny so that you can spread your wings and soar. I'm the founder of Radiant Angel Energy, and I use angelic Reiki, future life progression, past life regression, guided meditation, and angel oracle cards to assist you in remembering why you are here, your spiritual path, and the clarity on what steps to take. I also offer multidimensional virtual retreat, several transformational packages, the journey through lifetimes, a 6-week guided meditation series to help you gain confidence, and various workshops. Now, each episode of this show covers various themes of your journey, a mini guided meditation or an angel oracle card reading with the wisdom of my wonderful guests, like today's guest, Sally Hinchcliffe from Heart to Heaven, who will be talking about how signs from spirit can reveal the divine purpose of your life. Now, Sally is a psychic medium whose spirit guides give accurate messages for her clients, normally about situations they are experiencing and sometimes past lives that are linked to these situations. Often her guides will give affirmations or suggest crystals that can be beneficial to them. Sally also runs spiritual development courses, either one to one or in a group, as well as teaching oracle card readings, meditation, spiritual hygiene, and connecting with your guardian angels. Now, Sally is starting a Mary Magdalene group in the autumn with a friend where they'll be working with women to help them step into their power and reactivate light codes which have laid dormant. Now, with testimonials such as having had my first channeled reading with Sally, I have to say that I was really impressed. She is extremely accurate in all the messages that were given. I was told how best to move forward in my life and how to make better connection with my guides. And Sally's reading was very honest and accurate. The information that I received was given with humility and love. I would highly recommend a reading with Sally. So, without further delay, hello, Sally, and welcome to the Angels and Destiny show. How are you
Oh,
today?
I'm fantastic, thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's been joyful just chatting so far before we went live. It's just, yeah, you're a joy to be around. So
Oh,
thank you
bless
so
you.
much.
Thank you. So, before we get into this fascinating conversation, I want to remind you that not only can you ask questions and leave comments and thoughts, but you
Mm,
can also share this video. So, please do be part of this conversation. We don't want you to be shy. So, as people are already doing, say hello, ask questions. It really is an attractive show.
yeah,
So, Sally, why don't you tell us more about your journey and how science from spirit can reveal
right.
the divine purpose of our life?
Ah, so it all started when I was quite young. I could see angels and people who'd passed over. And sometimes I saw angels like you see on Christmas cards or in the Bible and that kind of thing. But sometimes it was just balls of energy, but energy that was in sort of human form shape. Then it kind of lay dormant for a while until I was in my late teens. And I know my guardian angel saved me from a couple of things, like quite dodgy things when I was out clubbing, things like that that I shouldn't have got into. And I just got messages, you've got to leave now. And I had that intuition to follow them. Then, about 5 or 6 years ago, I just knew I had to leave my current really stressful job. And I didn't know why I was going to do it. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I just knew I had to. So I left and went into a much calmer, more relaxed kind of job. And that's when it all took off. So I was sitting on a tube train and the train broke down and there was a lady sitting next to me. And I knew I had to give her a message. I knew I had to talk to her and I had no idea what I was doing. And I just had this compulsion. I had to speak. And I was like, oh my God, I've got to talk to this random stranger on a tube and I don't even know who they are. And I was like, how would I even do that? Then luckily she sneezed and I was able to say, bless you. And then I was able to give her a first message. And I didn't know at the time that's what I was doing. And she remembered where I worked, and she wrote to care of my job where I worked then to my pink-haired angel on the tube. And I still didn't really twig, but then I started getting visions from angels about guardian angels walking me upstairs and being in a library and showing me books, and which I now know were my Akashic records. Um, and then a few more random messages to like people in Costa and stuff like that, where friends were looking at me going, "Oh my god, you're so weird. Why are you doing this?" You know, I just had to randomly go up to them in Costa and say, "I'm really sorry, but are you struggling with finances at the moment? I need to say this, that, and the other." And then I was telling a friend, my friend Jean, who's watching. Hey, Jean. And she said, "You've really got to go and see Shirley Batty, who's this amazing psychic medium, who I don't know if you've heard of, but she lives in Bournemouth." And that was when it all took off, and I started giving readings, and now I'm channeling Mary Magdalene mostly. The other day I did a Kundalini awakening for somebody, and it's lovely. People come and I give them the reading, and then my guides take over. I take them on a guided meditation, and who knows where we're going to go and what we're going to do. So it could be like a Kundalini awakening. One time, a lady got introduced to Melchizedek, another time we're in a Merkaba. And it's just this wild and wonderful journey, this wild and wonderful spiritual journey. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent. So it kind of like all came in
Yeah.
for you just from that one kind of like experience, which
Yes.
you know, which is amazing, you know, which is amazing because sometimes people go, you know, I've had to have this really deep dark night of my soul and other, you know, and other people, and it was like, "No, it wasn't really that bad."
Yeah, no, I didn't have a deep dark night of my soul. And I hear people talk about this, and I've never had to have that. But I did have quite a lot of trauma in my life, which I think did kickstart it, to be fair. I've got a child with disabilities who was, yeah, it was quite a difficult time. And I do feel that people's spiritual development does come from having some kind of significant event in your life. Oh, thanks, Ruby. Hey, lovely.
Yeah. So yeah, she says, Sally, you are divinely gifted, so generous with your gift, helping a tremendous amount of people. You're an absolute inspiration, Ruby. Oh, that's absolutely
Oh,
that's absolutely beautiful. So
oh, thank you, gorgeous. And I can say my little Tom's watching. Hey, Tom. Hi, Emma.
yeah, we saw Tom earlier, and we had Graham here who did say hello, but he's had to go
Oh,
because living in Florida,
oh, wow.
he's just had a bad thunderstorm overhead.
Oh, Graham,
Um,
I'm going to Florida in 10 days, Graham.
ah, okay, he will watch the replay. And Elaine is here and says hello.
Hey,
Uh,
Elaine.
Anna is here and says hello.
Hello,
Nicola
lovelies.
Doherty says, love that,
Hey,
Sally.
Nicola.
Julie Hinton says hello.
Hello, Julie.
Then obviously we know we've got Ruby here as well.
Oh, thank you,
Um,
my lovely.
Eric's here as well. We've got Dawn Murphy. We've got
Loads of
Tom.
love. Hey. Hey, gorgeous.
And Susan is here. Stephanie says hi. Just to know, Stephanie, this isn't actually a reading show tonight. It's a conversation about it, but that could happen in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Keep that in mind. Jaylyn says hello, and Emma Whiteley says Sally is absolutely incredible.
Oh,
We've
thank you,
got
my
so much
lovely.
love coming in tonight. It's
Oh, no, I
brilliant.
love you, boys.
So why don't you tell us how you work? I mean, obviously some of these lovely people watching know how you work, but how do you work?
Right. So the minute somebody books an appointment and their name is in that diary, I'm already getting stuff through. So sometimes it can be a couple of weeks before I'm starting in my meditations. I start to get like people's guides through, and I think, oh, you're interesting. I wonder who you're going to be for. And then gradually, as we get closer, things firm up. And on the day, if like sometimes it's people's guardian angels gathering, or sometimes it might be a guide, sometimes it's a loved one. And then half an hour before I do the reading, I tune in, and that's when I can give like the messages about how people are doing in their lives, and I already know what questions they're going to have, so I'm able. Oh, hey Faye. Um, I'm able to then give them the answers almost like before they've. Oh, hi Deirdre. Before they've asked the questions. Then when we start, I give my reading. I normally have about a side of A4 that I've already written before somebody comes through, and we'll go through that. And then my guides will tell me what we're going to do next. Often it's a guided meditation, but where we go in that meditation, it could be anywhere. In a Merkaba, seeing the Akashic records, the halls of our mentee. Sometimes like light beings come through, and then later on I have to Google who they are because I'm not that well read about these things. So I go, oh, blue light beings with an amazing heart. Who are they? Oh, they're the Arcturians. And it's just the most wonderful, magical thing. And I just love it. And the energy is always superb, and it's just such a buzz. And people seem to really enjoy their readings and get a lot from it.
Yeah, excellent. And Rita says my reading with you is amazing.
Oh, thank
And
you,
Corinne says
Rita.
hi, lovely, lovely
Oh,
to
hey, Corinne.
lovely.
Corinne, you need to get Corinne on your show. She's a psychic artist.
Ah, okay, excellent. Introduce me to her. I'm always looking.
I will.
I'm always looking for new guests. So Julie's got a question. How do you tune in and how do you get the messages?
Okay, so this is like a step by step. I play the same music because it's like my brain hears that music, and I can automatically tune in. And then straight away, I'm getting images, which I've got like my own lexicon, my own dictionary. So I know if water, it's emotions. I know apple means you're manifesting and you're planting seeds for the future. I have these different symbols. But then I also get whole sentences or phrases that just come as a download that I write down in quotation marks because they're direct quotes from that person's spirit guide. So that tends to be how I work, and it happens very quickly. It's just I tune in and I'm just start scribbling.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, would you kind of like say that if someone wants to try and do that, the best thing to do is try and get into a routine, kind of like
Yes.
a little rhythm to
That is, it's
actually.
really important. And so I always do a prayer, and it's the same prayer I always do. I do a pyramid of protection, I do a prayer, and I play the same music. And when I started out, I always used to meditate on a Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock, because I knew that I had from 2 o'clock till about 2:45 till my son's bus. I knew I had that time, and it's almost like your body clock gets ready for that, and and your guides know. And by the time you tune in, they're there waiting, that they're ready to work. But now, particularly as it's the school holidays, whenever I have a quiet moment, I can just, oh hey James, welcome. I can just tune in and off we go.
Oh, excellent. So it's
Mm,
kind of like getting into a routine. I mean, yeah, I mean, before I do any work, I have a routine, a little ritual
yeah,
that I go through, sort of like, and normally when I wake up in the morning, I go through a meditation ritual, which I, because of saying they have this morning, I wasn't able to do. And it's kind of like I'm laying in
yeah,
the day thinking, why do I feel a little bit, oh, I know why, because I didn't
yeah,
do it. Okay,
yeah.
let me go and do it now.
Yeah, it's like you're a
Um,
bit wrong-footed for the day, aren't you? Unless until you've done it. Yeah.
yeah, we don't talk about feet.
Oh no, we don't. You're gonna have to say now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So basically, I was telling Sally earlier that Friday, I went to a horse yard, and as I'm moving the gate, it's hit my big toe, and I've got a great big bruise on my big toe. And then yesterday, I moved my kitchen chair and somehow got my foot caught under the leg of the chair. So I've now got a cut and a bruise on my toe. So it's like the universe was saying to me, don't put shoes on and don't go out anywhere. Um, for here. So Sally and I were talking about, and then she mentions feet. I mean, it's like feet.
It's because your guys want you to stay there and meditate. That is what they want. They've got so much for you. You just got to sit there and you've got to. Meditate and embrace. Embrace it.
Excellent. So, Karen says, hello, Pinky Hair. Hi, Ray. You doing readings?
Hey.
Not today. We're not doing readings, Karen. I do those with those, obviously, with my show and Graham, but also Sally is probably going to be a guest on our show at some point in the future. And Anna, who's watching, is also going to be a guest on our show.
Yay.
And then Sally and I might be doing something in the pipeline for next year. So,
That'll be fantastic.
so watch out for that one. So how
Yeah.
can signs from spirit help us find our purpose, our divine presence?
Oh, that's such a good one. So when people are first starting to become awake, you can start with the basic signs, so like angel feathers. Now I call them angel feathers. Obviously angels don't really have feathers, okay, they're bird feathers, but I just feel I need to explain this. The angels use the wind and they get it, the feather, where it needs to be. I just feel I should say that because often I say angel feathers and people look at me like I'm nuts. Well, I am nuts, but
No,
even
unique.
more, yeah, unique. I'm unique.
That's what I call myself.
Yes, well I think we should be there, or we could call ourselves the odd squad.
Unique.
Unlikely psychics.
That's a good one.
Yay. So and then you'll find if you have like difficulties in your life, when you turn on the radio you might find that the perfect song for that moment comes on. Like one time I was struggling with finances and stuff, and I had that song, Don't Worry About a Thing, everything's gonna be all right,
Mm.
that kind of thing. And also, oh yeah, you've been seeing feathers, that's brilliant, that means your angels want to work with you, Karen, that's fantastic. um and then I'm getting it now, actually, ringing in my ears, and that is a sign that if you're calm and still when you get a chance, you're gonna get messages through. And the lovely thing about all of this is that they don't waste a sign. Everything they give you is for a purpose. It's just up to us to be intuitive enough and open enough to feel and understand that message. And that is where your spiritual practice comes in. Even if you can't meditate, because I know a lot of people say, oh, it's too busy in my head, a really good idea is to just sit calmly. And those like birthday candles, they only burn for like a couple of minutes. Just burn a birthday candle and sit and watch it. That is enough. And you're like, it's not about clearing your mind. Oh no, I've got to make sure my mind is canvas. It doesn't work like that. You literally just be focused on something, and then little things are going to start to pop in. So when you see a sign like feathers, or you get ringing in your ears, oh,
Butterflies.
butterflies, yay. When you see a sign, then maybe it's a good idea, when you get a moment, just to sit and be still, even just for a song on the radio, like, which is 3 minutes. That is enough for your body to start to become accustomed to get the images through. And it could be through pictures, you could hear words, it could be a feeling, it could be a color. But all of those things count, because as I said, spirits do not waste their energy. Anything they give you is for a purpose.
Okay, so that, yeah,
Yeah.
because that's an interesting thing to think about. And Corinne says that's really good advice. Is, we kind of like think, when we have readings, or we think spirits are kind of like flitting here, there, and everywhere. And it's true, if they didn't want to talk to you, they wouldn't be making
They
the
wouldn't.
effort,
No.
because they've got so much fun and other stuff they can do.
Yeah. Yeah. And whatever and also they're so good at distilling the exact essence of what you need to know at that moment.
Yeah. So Karen has says, what does a burning smell when there isn't one, and hearing everything in slow motion mean?
Oh, that is quite a good one, and it could mean a couple of things. The burning smell, it could be to do with an energetic opening, but it also could be something from a past life. So sometimes you've got, I don't like to use the word programming, but I'm not quite sure what else to use. But sometimes you've got these little threads left over from a past life, and if you're it depends, like if it's a negative thing from a past life and you're feeling a bit stressed, sometimes you can get that feeling through of something that might have happened with a fire. But if you're feeling positive, it could be to do with, I have had it where I've seen, like in one of my meditations with somebody, smoke coming from under a door, but it turned out to be clearing smoke that was clearing what didn't serve them. So it really depends how you are feeling when you smelt that smell.
Okay. And hearing everything in slow motion?
That, I wonder, is to do with processing it, because it's you're meant to be hearing it, so it's slow motion for a purpose, so that you can process every like decibel, every little sound bite you get. You're hearing it because you are really meant to be taking note of that.
Oh, excellent. Brilliant way of explaining that. And Ruby says everything, so she says divine. She has the right connections with the positive powers above, which is go. Oh, and Karen says it's happened to me frequently. Oh,
Oh.
it happened to her frequently under the age of
Ah,
11. And if it's suddenly come back again, then they want you to take notice.
they do.
They do. And Shihara, hi Shihara, says synchronicity. I had a burning smell earlier today and checked out, but there was nothing there. When I smelt it, I felt like dancing, and I did.
Oh, well, today it's the 8th, which is the Lionsgate portal.
It
It
is.
doesn't actually mean a portal's opening. It means a portal within you is opening. It's not like you can all just suddenly walk into a new dimension like now. Damn
Well,
it.
technically you can, but
Well, technically, but yeah, but
yeah.
oh, I'm just off now. Actually, I'm just
But we
off with
want
the
to be we
unicorns.
want to be present, and you can't go till the end of the show. Sorry.
So that could be energy coming through, Sahara. That's what that could be, because it is now, ladies and gents. Now is your time for manifesting, because you had Sirius, you had the Sun in Leo, all in alignment. Now is the time, heading towards the golden age. Now is our time. We need to seize this day.
Exactly. And it's Thursday, full moon in Aquarius as well, isn't it?
Get your crystals out. You have to get your crystals
And
out.
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, nice. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, and thank you everyone who's watching and is not doing a Lionsgate
Lovely.
thing today that you've decided to spend. And we've managed to mention the Lionsgate as well.
Yay.
So, and Ruby says, yes, I'm always seeing feathers and coins in the streets.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I've got a little collection of feathers that I pick up when they're important. You know, they've come at certain points
Yeah,
when I've actually needed them. So you live in a beautiful part of the country,
I do. I live in Dorset.
and you've
It's
got some
gorgeous.
beautiful stones near you.
I do. We have a sacred space near us that we go to very regularly and meditate. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very beautiful.
and I believe you've been channeling Mary Magdalene. You're going to be doing something with Mary
Yes.
Magdalene in the future.
Yes. So, right from my very first channeling workshop with the lovely Shirley, she started off by showing me rose petals, Mary Magdalene did, and gradually she started coming through stronger and stronger until I knew that I was going to be working with her, and I knew there was going to be somebody else. And it was interesting because Shirley arranged this coffee morning. So we went to this coffee morning and Corrine was there, and I knew straight away that she was the person that I was meant to be working with. So now together we're doing Magdalenian healing, and we're going to be running a Mary Magdalene group. And I have this thing where whenever I'm meditating, and I start channeling Mary Magdalene, and normally I just talk. But now I'm trying to do it and I write. So I bring a notepad wherever I go, just in case when I'm calm, because literally she will come through. So today at the Lionsgate thing, our spiritual stones that we went to, she gave me this message and I wrote it down at the time because I didn't want to start talking through everyone's meditation. But in it, was an introduction to some light codes. So what I'm really hoping is, if I read this to you now, I'm just wondering if you could put in the comments anything you feel while I'm reading it, because I think that even if you're watching this on catch up, when you hear this, I think your light codes are still going to be activated, because I think these words are really powerful. But I'd like to do like a little experiment and see if
Absolutely.
that is how it is. Would that be all right?
That's absolutely fine. We like experiments. We like trying new things. It's always
Yay.
exciting.
Yeah, let's do it then. Shall I do it now?
Yeah, do it now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go on then.
we've mentioned it, so let's
Let's
do
just,
it now.
yeah, we'll do this thing. Okay, so feel your soul sing as you enter the new dawn. The world is opening for you in your soul. You are a portal of light, spreading out into your environment. Similar people can see your true self now. You were hidden in plain sight, but now you are out of the cloak which hid you. Feel your power rise as you walk towards the new age, the new era of enlightenment and manifestation. You have sowed the seeds and are ready for the harvest. Reap the bounty which you have planted, for now you are at one with the world, surrounded by like-minded souls. You have found your tribe and your tribe has found you. Soul brothers and sisters, now is the time. We are stronger united than alone. Together we can prepare our world for the future to come, the new paradigm shift. Feel these light codes as they surge through your body, preparing you for the joy which is to come. Your friend, Mary Magdalene. So at the moment I can feel it again. It's in my heart chakra at the moment. And it's quite fuzzy and it's quite energetic. And I'm wondering if anyone else can feel in their chakras this energy working through. Oh, fantastic. It is working. Maybe we could just be still just for a couple of moments just to feel this. Tingles now. Oh, brilliant. Lovely.
Isha Maria Tore, Oshirata Vino, Obirintorea, Sigaron Traditionanto, Aboritionatora, Isi Condia Lavu, Oshamita Ratavi, Congiata Litonu, Esparita vu. Wow.
Wow. That
Ooh,
energy.
that was amazing.
Wow.
And yeah, I'm going to take a few moments whilst I just look through the comments.
I'm gonna need to drink water after that.
Yeah. So what a beautiful message. I feel the
Oh.
energy through me. Let's have a look. Yeah, Margaret says,
Hands tingling, yeah.
yeah. Emma says most definitely. Which one? Corinne says very powerful. Eric says yes, it's like a pulsing sensation. Thomas sent a heart. Eric says it's moved down to my hands.
Yeah.
And Margaret says yes. Yep, Margaret's hands are also tingling, and she has enlightened feeling. Karen says, my hands are tingling, but I assumed my carpal tunnel.
It's not your carpal tunnel, love.
Nope. And higher heart, second time
Oh,
info
Faye.
emotion again.
You
Definitely,
need to
yeah,
you
and
need to interview Faye. You've got to interview Faye.
yeah, and definitely amazing. Oh, Susan, watch the replay. You're going to love it. Rae, what were you singing?
Ah, good question.
I have no idea. Basically, recently, when I'm working, I just have spontaneous harmonics come through, um, and it helps resonate with whatever energy is going on at the time. So, can't tell you what it is. I just call it harmonics. Um,
It's light language.
Yeah, I don't really like using the word light
Don't
language.
you?
I kind of like prefer harmonics because
Do
it's,
you? Okay.
yeah, it's more. But yeah, kind of like for those who don't understand, it's kind of like light language. And Anna says that was so uplifting. I feel surrounded by pure white
Mm.
life. Shihara says, beautiful, so much energy. Thank you. Margaret says, wow, that was amazing. I still feel the energy within me. Yeah. And Karen says, I knew that why I asked. I know. I know. Yeah, and I was going to say, Karen, I remember you telling me this that your mum used to speak in tongues, and that. So so this has been going on for years. You know, light language, tongues, whatever you want to call it, is not something new. It's something that's been
No.
going on for hundreds of years. We've just kind of like taken it to in this lifetime to we now call it light language. But yeah, in previous times it would have been speaking in tongues.
Mm.
And that which is absolutely beautiful for that. So I think the energy is sort of like calming down now.
It is now. It's pretty buzzy, wasn't it?
It was very very buzzy. I need some water now myself.
Yeah.
And that. So so do you work online? Do you
Yeah.
work in person? How do you
Yep.
work?
I work online. I just can work over the phone, um, in person. However, people really want to work is fine. Yeah. Zoom doesn't always work, I have to say. That always goes a bit funny. But apart from that, everything else seems to work fine. But
I wonder
Zoom
why
always goes a
Zoom
bit
might go
dodge.
funny.
I don't I think it's spirit meddling.
Yeah, they do have a habit of doing that, don't they? With the
Yeah.
with electronics
Mm.
and stuff that goes around. So how often do you so question. So you know, do you can you? I mean, you mentioned it earlier. Um, about when that lady just sneezed on the train and you kind of like gave her the message. Does that happen to you a lot that you're just in the
Yeah.
shops and
Yeah.
suddenly you kind of go, "Excuse me, how do you approach somebody?"
Yeah. I always go, excuse me, are you spiritual? And mostly people will say yes, to be honest. They're open to it in some way. And some will go, I'm not really, but I'm open to it in some way. And then I say, well, the thing is, I'm really sorry, but I've got this message for you. Do you want to hear it? And always they say yes, and then off I go. One of the worst times was, it was on this cruise, first time away from my kids in like 17 years. And I went on this girly cruise, and it was this, like cruise entertainment, it's a little bit
Mm.
cheese, a little bit
Yeah.
Stilton, and this was like pure Stilton, like real cheese. And this lady next to me had a message for her, and I couldn't concentrate at all. I wasn't clapping at the right times. I wasn't, because all I knew is I needed to get this message out. So at the end, she was about to go. I was like, oh, I don't know, like running after, saying, I'm really sorry, but are you spiritual? Blah blah blah. And it turned out her dad had come through, and he'd been hanging around for a while, wanting somebody to just say how much he loved her and
Aw.
sort out various things that had happened. And yeah, so
So he did it at a at uh,
yeah,
at a live event. That's going to be really really interesting. And she
yeah.
says, "I love the word harmonics as well." Karen wants to know if you ever lived outside the UK, outside of the UK.
No, no, I haven't. No.
Yeah, yeah. Karen's in Canada,
Hey.
and Tom sent loads of hearts.
Oh, love you, Tom.
Karen used to be my neighbour,
Oh,
and yeah,
I bet your new neighbours aren't as good, Karen. I bet they're not.
they're not. No, and they've got two children who are you kind of like think, oh my god, their
Mm.
school holidays are not doing very good. Two boys.
Oh, it's a struggle though.
That's all I'm going. That's all I'm going to say. So it can
Mm.
be rather noisy.
Oh,
Um,
bless. That sounds
yeah.
like my house. That's why I'm doing this is why I'm doing this in a caravan. Not even joking. Anyone who knows me in real life will know this is so the truth.
Yeah, it's great to have a caravan that you can work
Retreat
in.
to.
Yep, and
Mhm.
Karen says not even close. No, they're definitely not.
Oh.
They're definitely not as good as you were as a neighbour, Karen. So as you know, I normally do angel oracle card readings or guided meditations, and each week I like to ask my guests if they would like me to do a mini guided meditation or pull an angel oracle card for them. So Sally, what would you like me to pull for you and those watching?
Ooh.
Seeing as you're always doing readings, let's do one for you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You choose. You can choose. I don't mind.
Okay, we do a card because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've got them in cards. And whilst I'm doing the cards, Joyce says, "Can you read into people's
Yeah.
dreams?"
Yeah, yeah.
So how do you read into people's dreams?
Well, when people tell me their dreams, my guides just give me their symbology for what the meaning is. And sometimes I just have an instinctive knowing. They just put a knowing, because dreams are really important. Because sometimes if our minds are so busy during the day, it's the only way our guides are going to be able to talk to us, basically. And then, oh, flip, we're going to have
Yeah,
to wait till she's asleep.
yeah, we know that one. And Karen says, "I'm thinking about living in a caravan and traveling." Actually,
Oh, I'd love to do that. Let's
that'll
do
be
it, Karen. Let's run. Let's go.
yeah. Oh no, that'll be brilliant for you, Karen. Especially if you're going around Canada,
Oh,
all those
yeah.
places in Canada. Um, oh, Margaret's got an interesting question. Has anybody here ever had a dream of the statue of Mother Mary and Jesus? So
Ooh.
that's the question. So if anyone can answer that, who's watching
Mm.
this live or on the replay, then please do
Mm.
let us know. So, okay, we're going with that card then.
Yeah, it's a jumper. You got to go
It
with it.
is. So per- absolutely perfect with the Lion's Gate as well. And the fact we've got the full moon coming into Aquarius. First light, beginning a new cycle.
Oh, fantastic. Oh,
So
that's perfect.
that is absolutely perfect. So
I
you
think that's
know,
perfect for everybody as well, because that this is it. It is like Mary Magdalene said, we are at the start of a new dawn. Now is the time. It's like a whole new. It's not just a new page in a book. We're in a new chapter. We're all starting like chapter one now,
yeah,
and we can write
absolutely.
that book however we want to write it.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. And you know, with you, Sally, sort of like taking this step of coming and doing social media, you know, doing a
Mm,
live, again, that's the new step, a new cycle for you of actually
it
getting you
is.
further out there,
Yeah,
to more people and allowing more people to connect with you. So it's a brilliant new cycle for you. And again, for
it is.
everyone watching, you know, take the opportunities that are coming to you now.
Yeah,
What is it that you want? Look for those messages, those hidden signs, and just go for it
yeah.
and take it. Oh, and Karen's got a question. Oh, does misplacing two pairs of scissors in one week mean anything? I was using them in my garden and can't find them. Um,
It could actually mean that on some subconscious level you haven't been cutting the ties that are no longer relevant to you, cutting those bonds that some things we need to get rid of if they're no longer of service. Symbolically, it could mean that, or it could just mean you lose stuff.
yeah, exactly. Certain time in your life as a lady.
Mm.
Yeah, I kind of like walk into rooms and then I go, yeah, I'll walk back out again. I might know what I'm doing then. Yeah. Where did I put that? And I'll put it somewhere safe. It was safe. Joyce, I had a dream someone came into my bed and they felt like I stayed for a few minutes and then disappeared.
Oh,
That's a
there's a lot of
dream.
that's a lot of unpicking in that one.
Yeah, lots of unpicking, which obviously we don't have time to do on this show
Not
because
really, but there's
this is a chat show.
yeah,
But you know, feel free to contact Sally,
yeah.
which leads us very nicely onto Sally. If people want to connect with you, how do they do that?
So I've got a website, heaventoheart.com. And my Facebook is facebook.com/Starry Garland, because that's the name of my unicorn guide. So you can get me on Facebook, or you can get me on my website.
And what I'll do
Yeah,
is I'll put those links in the comments after the show, so you can literally click straight on them and go straight to Sally's pages. So, Sally, do you have any insights or thoughts or last words of wisdom to leave our viewers?
yeah. I think at the moment the energy is high for all of us. People are awakening all over, and I think now is the time for those of us that are spiritually aware to start gently speaking our truth. I think more and more people are open to this. People you wouldn't even imagine. Just, I'm not saying, go and campaign and say rah rah rah, but just gently start speaking your truth in a very gentle way and come out of the spiritual closet. I think now's the time. To be honest, that's what I've just come out of the spiritual closet, to be fair. I had my Heaven to Heart Facebook, my Starry Garland, and I didn't tell many people at all. And a lot of my real life friends, ones that I'm not in contact with very often, and family didn't know I do this. And I just decided now is the time. I've come out of the spiritual closet. My
Beautiful.
name's Sally, and I'm a psychic medium.
Excellent. And you even said your unicorn's name live,
Yeah,
live as well. And again, this is how things are beginning to come in now. I've
yeah,
been doing this work for many years now, and everyone knows that I do this work. But I'm now starting to do harmonics and multidimensional work, which has kind of like been behind the scenes for a little while. But I'm now stepping more into that side, into multidimensional side, than the more practical side. So again, you know, this is a time for new beginnings, new cycles, and for stepping out of
yeah,
our comforts um, zone.
yeah.
And where Shihara is in India, it's 1:11 here, as Sally announced.
Oh, wow.
There you go, absolutely perfect.
Oh.
And that's so that's worked out very well. So perfect with the cards and everything. So I hope everyone that you've enjoyed this conversation and found it insightful, because I know I definitely have. Yeah, apologies, Shihara, Sri Lanka. Um,
And thanks to everyone who's like contributed, and the energy from you guys has been fantastic, don't you think, Ray?
oh,
The energy coming from you
absolutely.
guys, we can really feel this, both of us, and it's just gorgeous. It's just lovely. It's almost like we've all had a chat amongst friends. Been
Exactly.
beautiful.
Exactly. And did you just see someone or something flicker across me then? What?
Yeah,
What? Yeah.
yeah.
That occasionally happens. I don't normally notice it. It's Graham that notices it, but yep. So some of my dreams actually end up happening. Karen says, "Yep, her dreams do too." Shihara says, "Lovely meeting you here, Sally."
Oh, lovely meeting you too,
Joyce
lovely.
says, "Thank you. I enjoyed this." Um, so yes, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this. And of course, if you are ready to remember your divine purpose and step into or into your spiritual multidimensional path, but you feel lost, confused, stuck, or lonely, then please feel free to reach out and connect with me, and we can arrange a free video call to discuss where you are now and how you can move forward to take charge of your destiny, so you can spread your wings and soar. And please feel free to join my weekly newsletter and receive a free future life progression recording, where I actually take you into a future lifetime to get guidance and clarity that you can use in your current life, as well as a couple of other free gifts. And I'd like to thank everyone so much for watching. And I'd like to invite you to share this video, as I'm sure there are more people who feel lost and want to get clear on their destiny, just like you, and listen to the words of wisdom of my wonderful guests. And of course, if you are watching this on YouTube, then please feel free to subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified of when the show goes live, where I post new guided meditations, as it really does help me a lot. And before we round up, just finish off with the last few messages. Margaret says, "Lovely ladies." Eric says, "Bye, guys. Have a lovely Lionsgate and
Oh,
amazing week." You too, Eric. Emma says, "Thank you very much." Um, Rita says, "Lovely energy." Corinne says, "Thank you. Interesting, informative. Go, girl."
yay.
Um, Uh,
Mhm.
and Shihara says, "This was a lovely Lionsgate session. Thank you, ladies." Um, thank you for commenting back. That's fine, Karen. Uh, yeah, we weren't ignoring
No,
you
darling,
earlier,
we
Summer.
weren't.
It's just
No.
that we have so many things coming through for it, and we do know you are there. Anna says, really lovely listening to you both. Thank you. And Nicola says, thank you.
Mm.
So again, everyone, thank you so much for joining in. Again, thank you, Sally, for
Oh,
being a guest on my show. And yeah, look out for uh, Anna and don't worry about it, Summer. Helen says, "Nice to see you." Then. So yeah, so look out for the Angels and Spirits show that Graham and I'll be doing, because Anna, who's been watching today, will be a guest on there, and Sally, she didn't know before tonight, is going to be on the guest on them at some point. And watch out for
yay!
next year, because Sally and I might just be doing a show together or
I
something.
think that would be amazing fun.
I think that would be
I think we'd have
brilliant.
a right laugh.
Oh, totally. So again, thank you everyone. Have a wonderful rest of the Lions Gate. Enjoy the new moon, sorry, the full moon in Aquarius,
Mhm.
the age of Aquarius.
Yay.
What more could we ask? What more could we ask for? Take care, everyone, and I will see you next week. Take care. Oh, before we go, Ruby says, "Oh, the energies and the sing were so powerful. That must have been from an incredibly high realm." Absolutely, and thank you, Ruby, for your contribution. Thank you, everyone, for
Thank you,
your
Ruby.
contribution.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. It's been joyful.
So take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.